Whoa, who made it back then? Whoa, goddamn. Let me talk my shit. And I don't even have to talk my shit.
Hello, my strong friends. So today I am at CrossFit NoHo, which if you're in New York City, it's on Broadway and Bond. So I got a call from one of my strongest friends, Kevin Oak. And right now he is working with his physical therapist, and I'm just gonna ask them what they're doing, and you guys can get a glimpse in on what one of the strongest human beings on the planet does to take care of his body. And once you start to become, if you're an athlete and a lifter and you're working really hard and working a lot, you'll need to, and as you get older, you'll need to start taking a little bit better care of your body and maintaining things so that your risk of injury is much lower, and so that you just feel good. So I'm gonna keep asking them questions and take some notes for everybody. So, how does your body feel after breaking a world record?
It did feel like shit for 2 days, but now it's 10 days later.
Yeah.
And I haven't worked out, so I'm mostly just tight.
Mostly just tight.
No real injuries, just general tightness from not doing anything extremely physical.
And how long are you doing physical therapy and recovery work?
It varies, but it's pretty much an ongoing thing.
Do you do it?
I have to do a lot of mobility myself, and I try to see David as often as possible, just because there's certain things you really just can't handle yourself.
Right.
In all honesty, so he's really good with helping me with my hips, especially because they're really immobile, and just generally getting looser and more mobile overall. So,
What's wrong with Kevin's calves?
So one of the biggest issues for a lot of powerlifters, just like Oak here, ankle mobility is a bit of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, if this isn't move, you'll find something else has to just kick in a little bit more, and it ends up being his calf. So this thing is just tight and restricted, and not allowing a whole lot of movement.
So you're gonna be as mobile as a weightlifter after this session. We'll see you snatching and clean and jerking in no time.
This is been using these tools called the hop grips, and it basically just instrument assisted soft tissue mobilization. And it's just a way to just kind of cut through all this junk.
Oh my God. How does that feel, Kevin?
painful, but needs to get done.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the best things about these tools, you can kind of feel the graininess and the grittiness right under the tool, and kind of vibrates through the tool. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm already so fascinated.
That's right. At the end of the session, you'll find that things are just kind of smooth out a little bit.
Oak Strong, you're pretty much ready to go ass to grass on every squat now. The internet will be so excited about it.
This is my life. Someday a troll's gonna kill me for high school.
So update, they've spent about 10 minutes on one leg, and I feel so bad for Kevin. It looks painful, but how are you doing so far?
I mean, I'm used to pain, so it's just deal with it.
It's fine.
Definitely had worse.
If
you actually have a muscle tear or something and you get a massage, that's when it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Really bad.
How would you compare how you feel at the beginning of the session to how you feel at the end of the session when you, after everything's done?
You always feel, you get a general sense of being lighter on your toes. You're just moving a lot more free, especially hips, knees. Basically everywhere you bend on your body, shoulders, everywhere you're just a lot more fluid in your movement.
That's nice.
I don't think I could even hit depth on squats if I didn't do this.
Yeah. If you were just tight all the time, your rebound would be so sick though. You just fly up.
Let's get these quads.
What are Kevin's worst areas? What are your weaknesses?
I would say the stiffest on Oak, it's got to be his ankles, hips,
That's why I can't hit depth, people. Leave me alone.
Wait, for the record, why do people say?
For the record, I physically can't hit depth, so it's not my fault.
So that's why you're here to fix
why I'm
it.
here.
Do you guys see what he's doing for you, internet? See what you forced Kevin to put himself through? So sad.
And I'll go spine to shoulder.
Spine to shoulder.
Yeah, upper back and shoulders. All of this whole thing is kind of you don't move too well. Kind of everything moves kind of all in one hit. So.
And is that because he's just so swole?
That's a big part of it.
Really?
Part of it, yeah. But you know, I think he just has to pay attention to moving things separately and just spending time with mobility work and all of that outside of his lifting.
So this is probably the longest I've taken off so far since before I started competing. So I competed last Saturday. Today's Tuesday. It's about 10 days. I'm gonna try to take another week to 10 days or so off before I start kind of slowly getting back into things.
You gonna put 225 on the bar and squat it a couple times?
I might, well, he's probably gonna make me do like weightless fucking overhead squats. Mostly because
Only
he's
because
enjoying
it's entertaining.
watching me. But I'll start getting back into things, but
So you'll say probably about like over 14 days then, over two full weeks.
somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. And were you saying this is the longest time you've taken off
By far the
ever?
longest I've taken off since before I started competing. And it's not that I don't want to be in the gym. I just know my body needs that recovery.
Yeah.
It's like I've been competing for about 2.5 years now. And sometimes it's not just about like stretching and doing mobility work. Sometimes your body just has to like rest.
Yeah, especially when you're lifting the amount of weight that you're lifting.
Yeah, okay.
For me, give me about 2 days and I'm back in the gym. If you're a big dude, you might need more recovery. Just as like if you're a big dude, you'll need a longer taper and a longer like deload.
There you go. That's all I got.
You feel like a new man?
Yep. Ready to do weightlifting. It's coming. US Open.
Watch out, Klokov. The road to Rio begins today. Okay, so I showed you like what Kevin does, and I wanted to go over like things that I do. I will say I'm like a lot of us won't run into the same problems that he has because we don't have that much muscle mass and we're not lifting as much as he is. Just those two reasons. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons why, but yeah. So some of us might not run into as serious of problems or like mobility issues that he does. But we still have some things that we need to work on, and it's important. I wish that I was more diligent about taking care of some issues that I have, but usually I'm like relatively mobile. I always each training session I usually focus more on my warm-up, and I wish I did more on my cool-down, but I'll come in every day and I'll do like some basic yoga poses like up dog, down dog, just to get warmed up. It does include some static stretching, but I try to make it as dynamic as possible, like going through like the like sun salutation sequence, and then I'll do a lot of runner's lunge and try to make that dynamic as well. I'm learning that a dynamic warm-up for every session for me is a lot better than a static stretching. I'll do a lot of shoulder pass-throughs with a PVC pipe and different kinds of shoulder pass-throughs and movements there to like get my shoulders warmed up regardless of what I'm working, and I do those every time I'm lifting. My main issue that I've been having recently is I'll get like a kink in my neck, which means that I'm getting tight in all these muscles up here. I do hold a lot of tension just naturally in my shoulders and upper back, so I need to make sure that I'm using a lacrosse ball every morning or every day. I'll come in and I'll kind of like roll out on a foam roller or a rumble roller just to like get working up in there, and I do a couple of different things with a lacrosse ball. Yeah, and I'm just like kind of loosening up those muscles, and anything that's like super tight, I'm trying to make it not tight anymore. I want to explain,
you're looking juicy, girl. You're looking here in your peckies.
So yeah, so like I'm having neck pain. It's like I can't fully. It's about as far as I can go right now. So compare that to this, and even this, I could probably go farther usually, but it just feels really super tight, like all here.
In here? Are you tight?
Yeah. So what I usually do is I take a lacrosse ball. It's probably coming from right here. There's like a knot right here. You said right?
One around there.
Around here. Ryan was like digging into giving me like a really painful massage. So it's probably starting right here, and it's just really, really tight, and it's all just making it hurt all here and like restricting my mobility because it's painful to go any farther. So just gotta make sure that I'm like every day working on this, so that meet day it's not fucked up, and I really can't have it fucked up any other sessions. Like it's starting to get serious. Like I need to start being more responsible. It's embarrassing actually. It should be a better athlete. But you know.
Will you flex? You make funny faces when you flex.
Because I'm squeezing so hard. Okay, so I take this lacrosse ball, and like I said, where I'm hurting it's right here. I can feel that.
Just inside your shoulder blade?
But all of this shit is probably fucked up. So I want to take this, kind of work in with that. And just like loosen it up. Try and make it. Right now, it's all knotted up. It's stiff. So I'll do this to the wall, and then
Do the
I'll
other
get
one.
on the other side.
Yeah. And roll it down. Like push your, yeah. And across and the side of your trap.
And then I'll do this too on the floor. I'll put it right in the mat spot. And then I'll work like my range of motion this way. And like starts to feel a little more crunchy there. Do that a few times. And then I'll put it there and then go like this. You just gotta get the crunchy bits out.
I love your crunchy bits, Maggie.
And then I'll do the other side too.
Okay.
So that's basically what I do, and I hope that you guys liked watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about this, and throw it a like if you like this information. If you have any questions about what I do, make sure to give me a comment down below, and I'll try and answer the questions in the comments, or I'll make more videos about this. Bye!
What's good? Yo, call me what you will. I ain't ballin', but I'm real, and they never saw it coming. This how all or nothing feels.